I'm so excited to be doing my first cooking tutorial for this website, and for all of you, I'm going to try to post at least one recipe per week. I'll do videos as often as possible so you can actually see the process, but as always, if you have any questions, please just reach out. So some of my recipes will be recipes that have been passed down from generation to generation, my grandmother to my mom to me. Some will be things I've discovered that I have kind of evolved and turned into my own. This one that I'm going to be making today is actually the first thing that my husband ever cooked for me, and then I have taken that and I have turned it into a different dish. It has evolved throughout the years. That is a big favorite in our household. The boys love it. It's very filling, it's very satisfying, and there are a lot of healthy alternatives to what I do with it. So sometimes I'll make this for the boys, and then for Cam and I, if we're watching our weight, if we're trying to eat healthier, then I'll make a separate dish for us. And I'll give you all those alternatives throughout this whole video. So what you're going to watch me make today are my unstuffed peppers. What I start with is 3 cups of white rice. Now, healthy alternative, brown rice, long grain rice, whatever rice you'd like, but approximately 3 cups. This feeds a family of 4, but keep in mind my family of 4 includes 2 teenage boys, so we need a lot of food to keep us all stuffed and fulfilled. So I start with the white rice and I cook that just according to the directions on the bag. I just use the in-bag rice. It's easy peasy, takes 8 minutes, and you're all done. In the meantime, I also heat up some marinara sauce. Now, sometimes I make my own, and I will post my personal marinara sauce recipe for all of you, but sometimes when I'm in a pinch, this Italian girl uses jarred sauce. Now, I'm gonna tell you something. If my grandmother knew I was using jarred sauce, she would probably come back and haunt me. Not today. But my mom, who also never would have used jarred sauce, I have to tell you, one time I had her over, I made spaghetti and meatballs and I used this jarred sauce, but I didn't tell her. I hid the bottles, and halfway through the meal, she was like, "Oh, your sauce is really good." Yep. And when we finished eating, I was like, "Mom, you ate jarred sauce." This is the only jarred sauce I will use. It's Rayo's. Super good. It's from an Italian family who owns their own restaurant in New York. It doesn't taste too sweet. It doesn't taste too salty. It's my favorite. So in a pinch, if Jack has soccer and I'm running around and I want to make this, this is the jarred sauce that I use. So this is what I'm going to be using tonight. I just heat it up, probably about half a jar. Usually does the trick for us. It depends upon how saucy you want this, so you're gonna have to experiment with that. But half a jar of Rayo's, I just heat it up just so that it's warm if it's been in the refrigerator. If it's brand new jar and it's room temperature, then you probably can just even skip that step. Also, while the rice is boiling, I take a package of chopped meat. Now remember, I told you I'm cooking for 4, but that 4 includes 2 teenage boys. So I have almost 3.5 pounds of chopped meat here that I'm going to brown for mine. You can adjust that if you need more, if you need less. Also, healthy alternative to that I have used before is turkey meat, and it comes out pretty good. So if you are watching your weight, if you need a lower cholesterol, if you don't eat red meat, then turkey meat works just as well. So I am going to let the rice boil. I'm going to warm my sauce. I'm going to brown my meat, and then I'm going to come back and show you the next steps.